Hey guys, what's up? So, I was bored and I've been up early, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna do a reading because I haven't done one in forever. And then I was like, alright, so what's going on in my life? And usually, I don't know, it's easy to talk about twin flame shit when you're going through it. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then so I was putting up the reading, and like the main energy was twin flames, and you had the runner and the chaser in here. So I was like, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, so if you know how a twin flame relationship works, it's you being balanced between your divine masculine, divine feminine, in order to be able to come to union with each other. It's pretty much a journey about emotions. It's not about romance or anything like that. It's about a journey of emotions and healing within each other. So you take each other's energies in order to heal. So, you know, if you see okay, so if I see what my divine masculine is doing, it's something within myself that still has not been healed, that has not also been healed within him. So then you look at, okay, well, is it a divine masculine energy or is it a divine feminine energy? So if it's like something like nurturing the other person, or if it's nurturing the connection and the other person isn't, then that would be the divine feminine energy. And there's certain ways that you can heal divine masculine and divine feminine energies in themselves. So if it's something like, you know, you're taking more action than the other one, then that's a divine masculine healing that we need to be taken care of, okay? So that's how that works. So we got clock, need time, takes time, and time cycles, time to heal, progress. Okay, so that's what I mean. So like there's still things in this relationship that is needing to be healed. Like it's not that time where like union is like literally here, but like it's on the horizon of like something starting. Okay, let's just say that. So, you know, it takes time for both parties to heal, especially when one of them could be having to heal over something more serious. Again, there's no duality. It's same as like yin yang. There's no duality. Does it say that? Oh, it says duality, but it means it in a complementing each other kind of way, not, which is what I mean by the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies being put together and you being on the same kind of page. So and then we got heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. So yeah, that's why there's still time to heal, and there's still cycles that are being brought to the surface from both divine feminine and divine masculine that need to be, you know, within themselves from each other. So then we have coffee cup, meeting and conversing, say, okay, you know what, I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to go through every single one of them. Pretty much what's going on in the relationship right now is the cycles need to be still done from the heartbreak that has happened between, you know, the relationship. When you're in a twin flame relationship and you have a separation type feeling, it just furthermore makes the relationship not come into union, because your twin flame is you. So you're kind of like, if you're thinking like you guys are in separation, you're thinking you're in separation within yourself. So you can never be separated from your twin flame, like no matter what. And it also shows that you're not connected within yourself. Okay, so that's like what's going on right now. You guys might have, you know, started seeing each other again, or like had some kind of contact that ended up breaking again because the cycles have not been healed yet on both sides, you know. And you have the separation. We have separation twice so far. Yeah, twice so far that I can see. Whatever. Yeah, so twice. This is also, silent treatment, abandonment, healing issues as well, from both sides, which can cause self-sabotage, right? So then we have the runner. Usually you have a runner and chaser dynamic. From this separation, the abandonment, the silent treatment, we have the runner who runs away from the connection out of fear. They listen more to the fear rather than, I don't want to say love, more pessimistic than optimist, right? Whatever. They look at more the negative side than the positive of what's going on. And then by that, they have their fear of intimacy and the codependency. So in this spread, it looks like the runner is like literally like running towards I love you. So it's like, I think the runner, because they're not right. It has a girl and a boy. Usually the runner in the dynamic is the guy, but we don't have to go by that. So it looks like in the dynamic is like the cycles aren't being done yet. They still need healing. There has been some kind of feeling of separation. The patterns are still there. They're grieving the loss of each other when they're really not. It's not the situation. The runner in this dynamic, I think, is running away because there's been another separation or a breakup, because there's still abandonment issues between the two. But he's running towards the I like you, which is someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, want to date. Okay, so it's like the runner wants to be with the divine, whatever, going towards that, but because of all the shit that's happened, it's like he's running away from the I like you. And it's fucked up. Okay, ready? Because when the twin flame came out, I was like, bet you anything, runner and chaser are gonna come out. And like, so you have like breakup, separation, the runner, I like you, and then you have the chaser. That was so funny. Sorry. But okay, so the axe is talking about abandonment issue. The chaser is usually the one that has the abandonment issue. So it's like in this reading, it looks like the runner is running away from the fact that they're in that I like you mode, but because of whatever happened, if there was another separation, if there's still things that need to be healed, it's like he's running away from that situation, going towards the feminine this time, or the chaser, or whatever, towards the I like you. But the chaser might actually be running away this time from love, or again, out of abandonment issues that are not healed yet, or she's running after love. Okay, so it's like you got this unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So she could, I'm just gonna say she, he, whatever, she could like be even running away from the I like you for herself, the self-love, maybe because she knows that it's not healed yet. But there is faith that love is coming together. There could be a surprise invitation or meeting, but there's still hesitation on whoever's side that isn't initiating it. After that, you have self-indulgence, focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. So yeah, so it's like they both actually could be going towards, the blooming, but there's still the healing that needs to be done. So like there's still the cycles that are still going on. There could be competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So there could have been a separation. Oh, that's weird. There could have been a separation because of another woman or another man, feeling unsafe, The one of them could feel like the other one has options. So they feel like they're in competition. They could feel like they're within each other, each other's enemies. If they're not getting along, if they're getting triggered by each other. Because when you're in a twin flame relationship, you get triggered by like the worst fears, like your worst. Okay, so like it can actually make you feel like that person's your enemy. Believe me, it can. Especially if there's another person, a third party situation or competition or something. Third party situations does not have to be a person, it can be an energy. So if your person works too much, I just use that example because it's the easiest way. If your person pays more attention to their work, or if they already have other kids, or it's just something that is interfering, is another energy that is interfering between you guys. So then you have girl with a snake, and that's why I said it's weird, because it's like you have the snake and then you have girl with a snake. So again, it could be a third party situation with a girl in it, between the two of you. Empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable boundaries. So again, that could be something that's a problem, either that's going on now and it could be like a one-sided kind of thing, or it could have been in the past. But there's a lot of healing hearts from both sides. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addictions. So the addiction could even be you having an obsession or addiction, codependency kind of thing on the other person that you're dealing with. So it's there's like 3, 4 like self-love things. Yeah, so your healing the heart will help you come into more healthy choices of within love and in life, yourself, self-care, being happier. It's hard when you're in a codependent relationship or have an addiction to whatever it is to not be codependent on each other, and put your happiness in that other person. Like, it's like you can't be happy unless you're with that other person. It's like, I get it because I've done it, but like you need to try to like be happy without the other person. And that's another big thing that you can't come together with your twin flame with if you have that codependency on that person for your happiness, because you don't have that love within yourself. And if you depend on the other person, they actually run away. Because they have the tug and pull energy coming from you that they can feel. So when they feel smothered, or when they feel like whatever, like they run most of the time or something. So reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and making memories. So there is going to be a time and point where like the healthy choices come into play. And the cycles are going to be looked at. You're going to be able to realize like what has been going on the whole time, what has not been working, what your perception is going to be able to change. It's going to be able to look at things differently in order to move forward, to make better memories together. Because if you have the outdated programming from what you guys had before, and it's not in that kind of energy anymore, it's like you're bringing your past together into your future, and it's not going to change. And your perception isn't looking at that. It's just looking at what is not working out instead of what needs to be healed within you. Because like, okay, so in my situation, when we first started talking again, I'm not even gonna like go into the whole thing. When we first started talking again, it was like, oh my god, I love you, when we get married, and like we fucked up into that the first time. But because it's been so long, you're like, oh yes, like, and like you just get so passionate and you just get caught up in the moment. But then it's like the minute something happens, it reminds you of the past. You go into, oh fuck, and you go into old outdated programming, which for me is self-sabotaging, because I have abandonment issues. And it's like you think these things are healed, but then something like this comes up. But oh my god, like I'm so much better with my abandonment issues. But it also, comes and stems from my twin flame, because I've always felt abandoned by him the entire relationship. So it's like, oh, I didn't put it back in. So it's like, it's not even coming from other things of, everybody leaves me, everybody, just walks away anyways, what's the point? Like, it is, but it's not really everybody, it's him. He always walks away from me. He never answers me. Like, and now I have to be like, okay, he answers me every time. Eventually, but in the beginning when we first started talking, it was different than it is now because I did try to walk away, but on totally different terms where it's understandable why I would. But I'm open about it. And I never was before. So I'd be like, okay, I'm freaking out. Like, this is how I feel, but you still get no response from him. And that's his trigger, is the runner. He's running towards the whole, like, wanting something to bloom together. But at the same time, like, the runner is the one that's scared of opening up the most out of intimacy issues and listening to your fear more than, whatever. You also have abandonment issues as well, and it goes vice versa, but it's more like the runner is running away from love. And in this dynamic, it's like he's running away towards drama and the past and trying to heal towards being together with the feminine or whoever. Feminine masculine energies do not have to be female and male. There's twin flames that I've seen that are lesbians, you know what I mean? But there can also be like, you're in a relationship and the woman has more masculine in her and the male has more feminine in him. It all depends, and it doesn't make a man weaker because they have more feminine in them. Sometimes it's good. It's just about balancing it out. So in this case, that's what it's saying for learning from the past and like have a different perception on it, right? Then you have not enough, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. So those are like third-party energies that are getting in between the two, divine, feminine, and masculine. And that also throws off the whole entire the whole entire concept of the relationship. The healing still has to be done in order for it to come together. And it's weird because when I was doing this, it comes out in like a way. But okay, so then we have the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change mind, which is from the perception as well, from the healing. There's going to be healing done. And then talking, interested, conversating more, awaiting message, arrives, text, call, email, hovering. So one of you could be waiting for the other one to, give communication, or maybe you guys stop talking, or you're waiting for the other person to reach out, because the first card over here is talking about having like communication together. So there might not be, or there's not as much as you want there to be, or there is, but it's not really going the way you want it to yet, because there needs to be healing. The cycles are still, needing to change. And it takes time. It needs time. You know what I mean? But with the Phoenix rising, whatever. But then, like, you can go, like, this way, and, like, it also makes sense. Like the runner, for example, right? It's like, it has the snake under it with his competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. And then under that has the Phoenix, which is a new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change mind. That can be the runner all in itself. Like, they could have had another relationship with somebody, or they could feel like they're in competition with the feminine, like, whatever. They feel like they have to keep looking over their shoulder because they don't trust the situation, or just, don't even have to say looking over the shoulder. They just don't trust the situation. And then, like, for the chaser side, divine feminine, it says need time, takes time, in time cycles, time to heal, progress. Then you have the chaser, chaser and codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. And then under that, you have healing heart, healing from heartache, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Okay. And that could be from beliefs of a relationship that was toxic before your masculine or feminine energy, whatever. But yeah, like, so this is talking about communication in order to have that stability, that family, whatever you guys are looking for, security, fulfillment, in order to have that loving energy where it comes, this one is like holding hands, you know what I mean? Like coming together as, that can also be duality, but in the same kind of twin flame thing. When I say there's no duality, I mean like there's no good or bad. That's what I mean. Not like in this way, okay? There needs to be some more manifesting of the King of Wands energy, which is like taking action, and get out of the mindset of not knowing what to do. Like there's too many options. Like I can go this way or that way. Like that needs to stop, which will take you out of the whole energy of insomnia and anxiety and depression, and it will bring you into the Fool energy, which is going to be like moving forward and a new beginning, taking a leap of faith, stuff like that. The Star after that is a wish fulfillment. It's also healing. So from the new beginning, you and your twin flame or whatever. This is a twin flame reading just because the twin flame was the one that came out for the energy. And I literally was like, not even gonna do it that way. And I was like, all right, give me 3 more cards because I had to do this. And it gave me 4. And the last one was Twin Flame. And I'm like, gonna take it because we got the runner and the chaser. And I knew it. But yeah, so it's like healing, wish fulfillment is, you're gonna like be able to see like, all the progress that you've made, all the progress that you guys have made together, all the, shit. Like it's gonna, Queen of Wands, and you have King of Wands and Queen of Wands. So that's a perfect pair. Whatever. It's going to bring you into alignment with that judgment call of, okay, this is what we both want. We're both on the same page. You're both going to have your wish fulfillment. It's going to start with the whole communication of what you guys want together to have this love and manifestation. Okay. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Aries, Sag, Leo, Gemini. Yeah. Okay. So then if you come over to the masculine energies and the feminine energies of, where they're at, what they're looking for, what they're going through, whatever. And the energies that are in the relationship, and then those are just random ones because they ended up making sense, and I was like, yeah, I'll, whatever. Okay, so because like that's Gemini, by the way. The Lovers, it's like upside down, so that would mean like usually like, again, duality, in a different way of good or bad. It's more of like a choice of like, what choice do you want to make, like, and of course about love. So you got like, like love, but you're like not like the choice isn't being made about the manifestation as well, so there needs to be that communication, which we end in this with talking. So after the whole like transformation from the not enough from each other, and the new memories and the healthy choices from the healing heart, all right, from also the empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enabled, like boundaries. And this could be putting up boundaries, like having to be like, okay, like this is this, if this doesn't happen, like I need to like, get out or whatever. And that's another part of healing, because it's either running away from something, self-sabotaging yourself, or it's the other person needing to make a change, but you need to realize what they're doing in shadowing, not shadow work, but like mirroring back to you what you're doing that needs to be healed of why they're doing it. Because you're that exchange of energies. You use each other's energies in order to understand what you need to do within yourself for healing. You know what I mean? So it's like, for self-sabotage, I kept saying to myself, this is different, whatever. I did self-sabotage myself, but then like right away I was like, okay, I'm sorry, like this is just like old behavior, like, and that's what I mean by like new cycles need to be, time to heal. But it doesn't make it any better when like everything changes and it goes from being really good to now you're not in that honeymoon phase anymore, and now you're in the whole like, here we go again. But a lot of twin flames are going through that right now, and it's not the end. You think it is, but it's not, because you have the judgment, which is coming down, and it's also a spiritual awakening. See how she's like coming out of herself, so it is going to be moving you into a new form of yourself, which you already have, with that. But because of not making that choice, there's no death or rebirth, which could be Scorpio, again, Gemini. Because of not making the decision of, healing together, healing apart, like doing whatever, the whole could be like even looking at it like, is this good? Is this healthy? Is it toxic? Whatever. And it's not helping at all getting you out of your head. Which isn't taking you out of that depression, anxiety, paranoid kind of, whatever. And it's like, you have the key right there. You have the key to the door right there. And it's like, you're not using your intuition, right? There's not having any give or take in this moment to have that family, love, fulfillment, 10 of cups. There's no reconciliation at this time or coming together. And it's more like you guys are healing, like the hermit mode, Virgo as well. You're not getting out of your head enough to be able to come into this happiness, which the sun is the happiest deck in the card. You guys both need justice, Libra scaled, and balance. Again, Temperance, Sagittarius. Like there needs to be balance in the situation, because also there is no give or take. I mean, balance within that, And it's like you guys have to stop like looking like out, like, okay, like what else is there? Like maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. It's like, no, it's because you're just not balancing yourselves. Temperance, Sagittarius, I just said that. It's because you guys aren't balancing within themselves. It's because you're not taking. See, okay, so the sun, see how it has like a sun and a moon, okay? So the sun is the happiest card in the deck. The moon, Cancer, again, it could be Cancer. Also, another Cancer in there. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well. See, like, he has the moon and the sun, and it's like on the other sides. The sun is the happiest card. The moon is the most confusing. So it's like there's no happiness from confusion. Like it's not coming. There needs to be balance within that, okay? Like there shouldn't be confusion whatsoever. And if there's confusion, then there's no happiness. And there's sprouts that have been planted already that are supposed to be coming up between the two of you, but it's like neither one of you are taking action or using the new ideas in order to come together, or walk away from the situation that's not serving you guys anymore, that definitely could, give you that justice that you both need to know that it's safe to be able to move on and have your wish fulfillment, have your stability, grounding energy together, and walking away from all of that, because there's no reconciliation right now. Again, it could be a third party situation energy. I feel like one of you just don't feel like you're being recognized by the other person, and that's another reason why it's not going anywhere. And that could be why you don't feel like you're being recognized, because it's not going anywhere. So you're like looking out into the distance like, okay, well, where's my wish fulfillment? Where's my 9 of Cups? Like, I did the journey, I did the healing, I did all of that. Like, when is it going to come? And it's like becoming a burden. It's like becoming difficult at this point. And it's like there's spiritual fulfillment, there's spiritual awakening, there's spiritual gifts that are coming in, there's spiritual fulfillment, as in desires, wishes coming true, you know what I mean? Like, it's there, but this is the 9 of Pentacles, and like, it's like, that's 10 of Pentacles. Like, that's where you guys are trying to get at, But again, there's no new beginning. There's no, pretty much same thing. There's no rebirth in the situation, because you're both looking at it like crying over spilled milk. Like, you're looking at it like it's lost, like separation, but there's not. There could just be a lot of rest that needs to be done, like when you're sleep deprived or whatever. Like, there's a lot of confusion. You don't think right. You're clouded, because there is like the wheel, it needs to start turning in order for that to happen. For that to start growing. It's like, it's not growing, it's growing up. Like, there's no like growing from it, still looking out, still no talking. It's like you need to get out of this blindfold and look at what's really going on. Like, it really is actually going somewhere. Like, it really is, coming together. It's like 10 of Swords, like Gemini again, like you're walking away from something that there's an ending. There's an ending. There's going to be a new beginning. There's going to be a new beginning in love. It's going to be like when pigs fly. You know what I mean? It's like, because it's not happening right now. This is the night. Like, the Knight of Cups is like your knight in shining armor. It's like they're not going anywhere. And it's like, okay. Because it looks like that the cycles aren't moving, the wheel isn't turning, all of that. This is what needs to come out, like the blindfoldingness, because once that's taken off, you'll realize like the worst is over. And these are both swords as well. It's like you have to get into that, okay, this shit's over, it's not like this anymore, but you're in the pigs can fly, like this isn't gonna happen, kind of thing. So the tower's gonna come down where authority is gonna come in, divine timing about the commitment, like your commitment's being tested right now, pretty much. Like, are you gonna go for it, like, or are you gonna bound yourself? This is Capricorn. Are you gonna bound yourself to it not working out, toxicity, addictions, obsession, to have that new beginning and balance things out, okay? Or you're going to be able to have the strength, Leo, to get out of the conflict kind of energy and come into your Queen of Swords energy. It's like, or you're going to have like no completion, no nurturing, no nothing to your situation. You're not going to get out of calmer waters, and you're going to stay in the broken heart kind of situation. Or can you come into your Emperor, which is Aries, Emperor, divine masculine energy, and actually you have the divine masculine energy and you have the divine feminine energy, like, and in between it was the world. So it's like you're not in your feminine. You think there's no completion, but there is. So it's like, get into your authority, like, kind of like go getting, like, Emperor kind of mode. Like, stop betraying yourself, stop running away from something that you think is not moving, not having fun, not communicating and being unstable with your emotions, not looking at the bigger picture and looking at it as loss. You're looking at old memories, nostalgia, like, and there's new, like, it's new, like, it's right there. There's a lot of confusion though, right? Of like not knowing what is going on, like who thinks what, like, a lot of confusion. So you're both like looking at like look how she's looking at the grass is greener on the other side, but like the other side is like beautiful. Like, it's magical, You both haven't mastered your feelings, your the healing process, but it's telling you, like, once you get out of your hangman being stuck energy, King of Pentacles, Capricorn, and get out of, get back into this energy, the scarcity, lack of energy will, go away. So for the divine masculine, another true pair situation, is the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So this is about, mastering your feelings, being in your feelings. The King of Cups is, at the top, like, you've mastered your feelings, you know what I mean? Like, you're in emotional stability, know what you want, like, and the Queen of Cups is like the nurturing, intuitive kind. So it's like, this is where, like, the masculine's coming into play, with this very dry, like, not moving kind of, quest that you guys were on, the journey, the twin flame journey. He's coming more into his power of taking control of the true pair situation. And that's like legit, like his both. That's big. He's gonna start taking more into the situation, taking it into like, you know, a more steadier, not where like he feels like a vigilant, like it's not like he feels like he has to like, I think it's like he has to go about it in a way where like it doesn't go backwards and it changes more into the nurturing, where this is, you know, the nurturing, and stay within the stillness of his healing. You know, during summer solstice, something could have happened last year, something could happen this year. You know what I mean? It's going to bring a lot of happiness, and compassion, love, you know. It's going to take some strength for this to, you know, rebirth, be something new, fertility, you know, all that. Again, spring equinox, we're in the spring, and there's going to be a completion in this. Solitude within yourself, a ceremony of, you know, coming together, having a invocation of like Sarah, I just said that, like prayer, like praying for like having this in solitary, in your solitude, like, and being quiet within yourself, like talking to God, talking to the universe, like having that like invocating, like whatever, and it's gonna bring you movement. And it's see like the same, like solitude, like sanctuary. He's in solitude right now, like in that hermit energy, right? Having a different perspective, going off his instinct. This is part of his karma, of his anger, which, you know, which closes him off to his vulnerability. But once the vulnerability comes, it's going to be easier to be able to unfold. Once he releases the vulnerability that he has, it's going to be easier to move this along. So the divine feminine, her energy is Ace of Cups and Seven of Wands. So it's like she's in a energy of wanting love, but also this is like a meditating, like relaxing, like taking time for yourself kind of healing card. So it's like, that's, I think, what she's doing with the connection of like what she wants. Like she's realizing like, you know, this is what she wants, like coming together, a spiritual reunion together, new beginnings, a new creation together, like having those blessings. But it's going to take grounding work. It's going to take her to ground herself to be able to be like, okay, like focusing on what is working and what isn't of the coming together. She's very stressed out right now. Maybe she just needs to be in her, you know, her healing, like meditative state in order to get her breathing, you know, because there's things behind the veil that she's not seeing. Her head is foggy, you know, she needs that time out for herself, to come back into her power, purify her thoughts. This is a generational thing. It can be another lifetime with your twin flame. You're in like every single freaking lifetime from day one with your twin flame. Okay, so this is for generational breaking of cycles, regardless of, you know, karmic like cycles, from generation to generation, where you've come from past lifetimes, like karma from that. And it can also be like the generations in like your family now. There could also have been a promise that you as a divine feminine has made, but I feel like it was the divine masculine, because he's the one that can't open up, you know, like I feel like you've learned how to show your love and what you want in communication, and really try to manifest that stability and security within this relationship and try to go after it. But it's like there's no more options in your kind of thing, which gives you that anxiety. But in order to have a new beginning in healing and wish fulfillment, you know what I mean? But it's like he's the one, the divine masculine, whoever, like they're the ones that made the promise towards you. So it's like just let the energy flow through in you. Just let it happen, like effortless. Don't try to like control the situation, because things are going to be coming up to the surface and be activated, where the passion is still going to come. You're going to end up starting to reflect on yourself. This could have something that happened in the winter time, or something is going to be happening in the winter time next year. But I feel like it's something that happened in the winter time, and now in this coming fall, it's going to be released completely. Could have happened last fall. Something was already completed from your reflection work. Because again, things were brought to the surface, even for you, your feelings that helped you bring harmony. Could have also been music. Oh, before, okay, I had Billy Joel, It's My Life, Dark Horse from Katy Perry. Like, those were the songs. And like Living on a Prayer from Bon Jovi, but that wasn't really like, that came from something else. But yeah, but like, because of the harmony from the release, from the reflection work that you did on the passion that you had together, it activated that, okay, well, you know, this did happen, which was able to help you release whatever it was that came to the surface, the negative energies, the healing or whatever, to bring you that harmony. So it's easier now to go through that like ebb and flow, because you had that like wake up call of like, no, like he loves me, like this is gonna happen, like you're gonna have a new beginning of like an innocence to both of you in the celebration. And there could be with the dance, you know, like marriage, because it's celebration dance, and then there was something in here that reminded me of marriage, and I don't remember what it was. But you have true pair situation twice. I can't believe the divine masculine is like legit pure queen and king in emotions. That's crazy. But you end with fairies with earth magic, so it's like, do you believe in love? I don't know why that song just came into my head, but it's like these are all the elements coming together as one, which is also the energies of divine masculine, divine feminine, because all the elements with fire, water, earth, air, like, well, this isn't air, this is active communication, like coming in, but communication is Gemini, Virgo, Mercury. When's Mercury retrograde coming? It's communication, which would be air, which would be talking and shit, communication. But yeah, so that's it. Only one thing. Oh, every time I do this, the your commitment is being tested card comes out. So this was stuck in there. Communication is key. So communication is key. And that's new moon in Gemini. So again, Gemini showed up a lot. I'm a Gemini. A new start is coming. I think we just had a new moon, so something could have been activated between you guys during that time. Balance, practicality, and spirituality, which again has a lot to do. Believe in the impossible, which we had the pigs don't fly. It's time to take a breathe out, which the feminine had. Bring love into the situation. Aquarius, which is the healing. Star, wish fulfillment. Fiery climax approaches, which is Aries, which is action oriented, which is your King of Wands. And we had Leo in here too. I don't know if I said that. Time to gain emergency. Have faith in your dreams. Alright. If that keeps coming out, then time to give, not receive. I don't know what that can mean for anybody. Confidence is your key to success, which is also the Strength card, which is also Leo. Commitment is being tested. My turn. I knew it. I was like, I literally was just about to say, okay, I'm going to do one more shuffle and see if that comes out. Fuckers. Hold on, I don't want to say something. I want to say something. It's time to release negativity. Yeah. Scorpio. I want to see something. I want to see if it pops out. I'm going to do it 5 times, okay? I can just do it for the next 20 minutes until this is over. I want to see if it pops out. I'm going to do 5. Yeah, healing, it's almost done. It's almost done. Just have faith, real faith. Focus on your vision. You know, it's not easy for me to be like, oh, yeah, this keeps coming up. Nothing will come out of this situation because unless there's like action taken, which was the card after it that I wasn't going to take, but it was right after that, and that is what I explained. It just said the end of the end of a tough cycle approaches. It's like it's on the bottom, and I'm not going to say it, and it comes out anyways. Oh, what was I doing? Okay, 1, 2. You have Aquarius, you and your Cancer, I mean, you and your loved ones. Oh, this is time to breathe out. You and your loved ones. You and your loved ones are safe. Is that 2 or 1? Look at the bigger picture. Sagittarius, yeah, twin flames. You gotta look at the bigger picture. You have a mission to do together. Like, it's all about divine timing. And if you guys mess up once, it's all about free will as well. You don't have to be with surrender to the divine. I'm going to take that. It's a full moon. We just had a full moon. Meditate and contemplate. Pisces. Oh, hold your vision. I said that. Alright. 2 more. Practicality. Oh, all these. Oh, I already said that one. Let's see. These all flipped over. Nothing is set in stone. Step out of your comfort zone. A personal issue reaches resolution. Emotions are running high. You are good enough. Confidence is your key to success. Fiery climax approaches. And what do you need to release, which is negativity. But yeah, that was cool. How it just popped out on the last one. I was like, yes. I get it every time. Because it is. I know it is. But it's also like your commitment to yourself. It's not just like your commitment to like their relationship. It's like your commitment to yourself as well. Because it's like if you're trying to help heal yourself off of the other person's energies of how they're triggering you, it's like, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Your commitment is being chosen. There it is. But, alright. Well, that was fun. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next half hour until Dawson has to be woken up. I guess I'll figure it out. Alright. Bye, guys. Have a good day.